In this lecture, we will create the filter class that will filter out the clients who are not using the Chrome web browser. Go to STS, right click on the package, new, filter. The class name, we can call it browser filter, or you can call it user agent filter, because it's going to read the user agent HTTP header, and based on that, it's going to send it to an appropriate page. Click on next. Click on the user agent filter URL pattern here and change it to lowercase. It's up to you. If you want to use all capitals, that's fine, but I like using camel case. So user agent filter. Okay, finish. Again, it will generate a lot of code. Get rid of the comments. No need of the constructor, the default constructor. The destroy and init methods are not required here, but we'll leave them alone. If you have taken my Java web development course, then you know that the init method will be called once the filter is created during the creation process by the servlet container, and the destroy method is invoked just before the filter is destroyed or deleted. The key method here is the doFilter method, which gets a servlet request, servlet response, and also a filter chain. So if you have multiple filters, using the filter chain, we can go from one filter to another. When you invoke chain.doFilter, automatically the servlet container will send it to the next filter. And if there are no more filters, it will go to the target object, which the client has requested for. The filter manager is internally implemented by the web containers like Apache Tomcat, WebLogic, and WebSphere. We are responsible for creating the filter itself. So go to the doFilter method, get rid of the to do and also this comment here, and start adding our logic. To get the header, the HTTP header out, we need to convert this request, the servlet request, into HTTP servlet request. So within brackets, HTTP servlet request, get the type, and request is what we want to typecast into. Put this whole thing into brackets. Dot get header is the method. Within double quotes, user agent is the header I want to access. User, U capital, user hyphen, A capital, agent. This is the header that gives us the browser information. If I try to directly access the header using the request object, I will not be able to do that. I don't have a method called getHeader on the servlet request. I have it only on the HTTP servlet request. That is the reason we are typecasting it. Hit Control 1, assign statement to a new local variable, call it user agent header. Now it becomes simple. If user agent header dot equals or dot contains, because user agent header has a lot of information, we will display it and you will see it what it has. So we'll use the contains method. If it has a string called Chrome, that means the user is using a Chrome web browser and he is okay. We'll do copy this chain.doFilter, cut it from here and paste it inside this if. So if it is Chrome, then we are sending him to the target object. If not, else within brackets, we use the request dispatcher. So request dot get dispatcher or get request dispatcher, we will send him to a bad browser .jsp, which you will create later on. Hit Control 1, assign statement to a new local variable, call it dispatcher dot forward, pass it the request and response, just like how you have done it earlier in the servlet. That's it. So you have successfully implemented a filter within which you are retrieving the HTTP header. Based on that, you are forwarding it to the next object, which could be a filter or it's a target object in this case, which is home servlet. Else it goes to a bad browser. And here one key step, we want to map this filter not to a particular URL, but /star. This means any request that comes into our web application will be filtered out by this filter.